Trying to input
No, I
anything
tried to
on
put
the
something
device
in.
was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845. Stanley simply began
See, it doesn't let
entering
me
random
open that.
codes into the
It doesn't
keypad,
let me use
knowing
that.
full well the sheer statistical unlikelihood that this would 2845. Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Couldn't fall down that. I tried to just like jump down there. I know that when Half-Life 2 came out, like I remember watching things with the devs and they were talking about the design of Half-Life 2, about how, you know, the game looked like it gave you choice, but it would gate you in, obviously. Like, you know, Half-Life 2 is not an open world game. And they would do things like cue you with the lighting to help you kind of make the right choice and just feel naturally as if you were going where you wanted to go when, you know, in fact, you really didn't have a choice. And I totally understand that. Right. And many games still are amusement park tours, right? And that makes a lot of sense.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
I'm going to try going back.
Although this passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death. The door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
All right, let's see what happens if I get back on track.
But of course, Stanley thought better of it and realized he simply had too much to live for. The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What horrible secret did this place hold? Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Yeah, it is interesting. I mean, because, Karma, what I immediately think of is in that era, right? It's not near Half-Life 2 necessarily, but
now the monitors
you start getting
their true nature revealed.
sandbox
Each
games
the number of an employee
becoming
in
all the
building,
rage.
Stanley's co-workers. The lives of so many individuals reduced to images on a screen. And Stanley, one of them, eternally monitored in this place where freedom meant nothing.
Where, like, a game like Minecraft becomes one of, you know, the most successful games of all time.
Control facility. It was too
and they had to
horrible
actually
believe it
back
couldn't
end
be
the story
true.
onto that.
Had Stanley really been under someone's control all this time? Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept it blindly? No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never! It was unthinkable, wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world? But here was the proof. The heart of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy, or sad, or content. Walking, eating, working. All of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would never again exert its terrible power over another human life. For he would dismantle the controls once and for all.
I kind of just wanted to see what would happen if I walked onto this red glowy death floor. That's pretty funny. Nothing. I mean, if you think about it, even a game that's like considered a masterpiece, and I loved, you know, like Days Ex, the original, many games are like that where it appears to be open, but really you only have, you know, three choices. Like, do you want to be stealth? Do you want to be ranged? Do you want to be melee or whatever? Like, there's really only three different types of builds to beat the game with, but it feels like you have a choice. Oh, I can get to 4 now. Okay, so now we can get up to number 4. So let's see if... I mean, I don't know. Does pushing these buttons in any way, like 0142001, right? Or just 0142, that seems good. But I can't really find a 0, so I could just enter, 142, I guess. Or 0521. None of these have a 3. So do I just substitute 3 for the 0? I mean, who knows what these things are doing up here. Right, that makes sense, Karma. It's like we're liberating the player, and then, the player character is free, and that's so wonderful, but then there's no more game. Because we can't control them anymore. Alright, let's see what happens if I say on. And just turn this baby back up.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted? Control?
I mean...
Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode.
Nuclear
eliminating the
detonators.
entire complex.
Awesome.
How long until detonation then? Let's say 2 minutes. Now this is making things a little more fun, isn't it, Stanley? It's your time to shine. You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind. What a shame we have so little time left to enjoy it. Mere moments until the bomb goes off. But what precious moments each one of them is. More time to talk about you, about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start. What's that?
They want me to push 2.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are. A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're gonna die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them. I erased them. I turned off the machine. I set you free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of events has been rather amusing. Watching you try to make sense of everything and take back the control wrested away from you, it's quite rich. I almost hate to see it go. But I'm sure whatever I come up with on the next go-around will be even better. My goodness, only 34 seconds left. But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't grow on trees.
Thanks, buddy.
Oh, dear me. What's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going or what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just assume when you saw that timer that something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. running from button to button.
That's all I got.
Screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button, or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that, Stanley? That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Apparently not.
Stanley, you're in for quite a disappointment.
I know.
But here's a spoiler for you. That timer isn't a catalyst to keep the action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every moment that you're powerless. To see you made humble.
Awesome.
This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy. You wanted to control this world, that's fine. But I'm going to destroy it first, so you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here, just you being blown to pieces.
Awesome.
Will you cling desperately to your frail life, or will you let it go peacefully? Another choice. Make it count, or don't. It's all the same to me, all a part of the joke. And believe me, I will be laughing at every second of your inevitable life from the moment we fade in until the moment I say, happily ever after.
Awesome. We've been blown up. It didn't go well. Oh, wait a minute. Look, it's different. I'm in an office, but the building is different. The carpet is blue.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Welcome to the whiteboard ending.
Stanley went around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't make a single difference, nor did it advance the story in any way.
Hilarious.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left. This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Wow. Yes, this room. But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
All right, I didn't do this before.
He detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track.
Uh-oh. I wasn't supposed to do this.
Stanley didn't want to go back to the office. He wanted to wander about and get even further off track. So now in order to get back, he needed to go, from here, it's, left. Oh, no, it's to the right, my mistake. No, not the right.
Hilarious.
Why would I have ever said it was to the right? What was I thinking?
Oh, boy.
It's clearly... Oh, dear, would you hold on for a minute, please?
Now he's just messing with me. And I just... there's nothing I could do.
Right, left, down, left, right.
Hilarious.
Yep, okay, yes. I've got it now. This story is absolutely, definitely this way.
Is this ice cream truck gonna kill me? Yeah, that's a good point, Buster. It's like, don't go there, go there. It's the old reverse psychology. Oh, we're back in here.
No. This isn't right at all. You're not supposed to be here yet. This is all a spoiler. Quick, Stanley, close your eyes. Okay. We just have to get back to, oh, who am I kidding? It's all rubbish now. The whole story completely unusable. How about, rather than waste my time trying to salvage this nonsense, we'll just restart the game from the beginning. And this time, suppose we don't wander so far off track, Okay, from the top.
Oh, boy. So that was the you got off track ending. And we had the whiteboard ending maybe because now we're back into the normal, like I'm in my office and the carpet outside, it's a normal office layout. So I honestly have no idea like how many different endings there are to this game. I can only imagine that there's many, many. I mean, is it just basically going to be me at every single decision tree choosing something different to get all of the different endings? Most likely, right? But I do want to keep going and see what else this game
co-workers were gone. What could it mean?
has to offer me.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
And does it like slowly start to change, you know, over time?
When Stanley...
Oh,
wait.
Look at this.
What? No,
It's different.
No, I restarted. I swear, I definitely restarted the game over, completely fresh. Everything should be... Oh, did something change? Stanley, did you change anything when we were back in that room with all the monitors? Did you move the story somewhere or... Hold on. Why am I asking you? I'm the one who wrote the story. It was right here just a minute ago. I know for sure that it's here somewhere.
That's hilarious, Karma.
It's an adventure. Come, Stanley. Let's find the story.
Now we have to find the story, he says. Sure. Where'd that story go, huh? Oh, this looks promising. Oh, we're definitely going to find the story over here. Everyone knows what you did. You're just holding back to let you torture yourself. Or they're just holding back to let you torture yourself.
This is the worst adventure
Hilarious.
I've ever been
Inner
on. I can
guilt.
promise you there definitely was a story here before. Do we need to restart the game again? Well, I find it unlikely that we'll ever progress by starting over and over again, but it's got to be better than this. Okay, let's give it a shot. Why not?
All right, we've restarted.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Uh-oh, no choices.
Okay, yep, it's worse. I might be remembering this wrong. It's possible the story is back where we just came from. Why don't we go back the other direction and see if we missed anything?
What a funny game. Yeah, let's just go back the other way. Sure, this is right. It's got to be right, right?
Aha! I knew we'd missed something. The story. Here it comes.
I don't
No,
like the
wait,
sound of
never
his
mind.
voice.
Not the story. Okay, let's head back the other way and retrace our steps.
No. Oh, boy. Now he's just yanking me around. Here we go. Oh, God. Is this blood? It's getting filthy.
Now this... Well, I'll be honest, I don't recognize this place at all. Is this the story? I don't think so. I can't quite recall, but I believe my story took place in an office building. Is that correct? Do you remember, Stanley? Well, do you know what? Since I've completely forgotten what we were supposed to be doing, how about this? You win!
Yay!
Congratulations!
We
I
won.
know you put in a lot of hard work, and it really paid off. So, good job.
Well, that's great. We just won.
No, I don't feel right about this at all. We both know you didn't put in any actual work for that win. Some people win fair and square, and this was not one of those situations. Okay, I'm getting weirded out by whatever this place is. I don't care what might happen this time. I have to restart.
Okay, we're restarting. The Stanley Parable adventure line. Oh, boy. Unbelievable.
All right, I've got a solution. This time, to make sure we don't get lost, I've employed the help of the Stanley Parable.
Whoa, I'm going a different way than I've ever gone before.
Just follow the line. How simple is that? You see, the line knows where the story is. It's over in this direction. Onward, Stanley, to destiny. Though, here's a thought. Wouldn't wherever we end up be our destination, even if there's no story there? Or to put it another way, is the story of no destination still a story? Simply by the act of moving forward, are we implying a journey such that a destination is inevitably conjured into being
Look at this.
via the very manifestation of the nature of life itself?
Oh my God, it's the Riddler.
That got a bit weird back there. Well, I'd like to apologize. Not sure where I was going with all that.
Wow, cool.
You
Look
know
at this office.
I think what we need right
Executive.
now is a bit of music to lighten the mood.
This is great music. Unbelievable.
Cut the music. Go back and look at that fern. Wait, what? We're back at the office? No. Line, you do know we're looking for the Stanley Parable, right? The story? Is any of this ringing a bell?
Oh boy. My God. Now the line doesn't even work. We can't trust it. It's going all in different directions. I wonder if I go the way that I know, which leads to the room, if something will happen.
Still missing the doors. Did we make a mistake following the line? Perhaps we could have found the story on our own.
Oh boy. Well, this has been a hysterical experience playing this game, and I know that there's more that I have not touched the surface of, but I just am so glad to have got to try it, so I know like what this game is like, and have this experience in my pocket. You don't get to play kind of unique, fun, off-the-wall kind of commentary games like this, so it's a totally unique experience, and I'm very glad that I got to try it. But everyone, it is indeed my bedtime, so I want to say thank you so much for coming out to the stream and for playing the Stanley Parable, having a good time, as always, checking this out. Tomorrow we'll be back with some Caves of Cud. I hope you all have an excellent evening or day, wherever you're at, and you're not stuck in the game like I am. Karma, my pleasure. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all your information. Alex, Karma, Bastier, Crispy Bacon, Aurora, Meat Boy, Oregon, Fading, Schnez, Dragon Panda, Ace, Ryder. Take care, everybody. Have a great night.